Jackson Radio Show.
Democrats about to get a life lesson. And no matter what they tell you, folks, they're scared. Very scared. They have people running as Republicans, and they know that's not going to, when we start matching people up correctly, it's not going to happen. Here's a CNBC report. It says if midterm elections were held today, 5 Senate Democrats would lose to Republicans, giving the GOP an even bigger edge in the chamber. And this is according to new surveys from Axios Survey Monkey. So even a monkey knows it. Now, I've been saying this for quite some time. Now, they're going to be a little more optimistic about the House, but trust me, that's not going to work either. But I want to finish this because I want you to understand how the Democrats are losing, even CNBC is saying this. This isn't Fox News, or not that Fox is, unbalanced by it, or biased, but this is CNBC. They said, according to the results, Democrat Senators John Tester of Montana, Joe Manchin of West Virginia, Joe Donnelly of Indiana are trailing generic Republicans. You don't even have a person there. I could go run in any of those districts and probably become a senator. Okay, that's the first thing. Republican candidate Senator Claire McCaskill of Missouri trails state's Republican Attorney General Josh Hawley in her reelection bid. Senator Heidi Heitkamp of North Dakota will face Representative Kevin Cramer, although Axios polled Heitkamp's chances against a generic Republican candidate. So again, Heitkamp, without even saying that Cramer's going to run against her, in a generic Republican, she lost. These are sitting senators, 5 of them. Now, you can look at the House and go, well, the House is more indicative of blah, blah, blah. Let me tell you what's going to happen. You don't have to believe me. You can worry if you choose to. I'm not going to. Democrats are going to lose seats in the House, and they are going to lose a lot of seats in the Senate. Now, here's what this NBC thing goes on to put a little salve on the wounds of leftists who are going, don't say it, don't tell people this, because that's not what we're talking about. They say, as it stands now, Democrats have a better chance of improving their position and possibly taking the majority in the House this fall than they do in the Senate. Now, that's not saying they're going to. That's saying they have a better chance. But given that they have 2 chances to take over the Senate, slim and none, that's not telling you much. They say an average poll of Real Clear Politics shows that Democrats have nearly a 9-point lead over Republicans on a generic ballot. This is what they're talking about for the House. The Senate is a different story though. Republicans hold a 51-49 edge in the chamber, but 26 of the 30 seats are up for grabs, belong to Democrats or senators who caucus on the Democratic side. So I talked about this, a year ago, telling you it's a terrible year for the Senate because the majority of the people running will be Democrats. In 6 of the 10 states polled in this Axios survey, President Trump's approval rating is more than 50%. That's the fake news polls, compared with 43% national approval, which again is a fake news poll. But think about President Trump coming into the White House at 38% according to them. Now he's at 43% nationally. In 6 of the 10 states, 50%, again, fake news polls. And they say a Real Clear poll average of various polls approval ratings for Trump stands at just under 40%, which means flip it and you have the real number. This is not good for the Democrats. Tester, Manchin, and McCaskill are in the most danger, according to Axios. Their approval ratings are either below or slightly above 50%. Of the 5 Democrats losing in the polls, only McCaskill and Heitkamp so far face an actual candidate. Republican candidates running against Tester, Manchin, and Donnelly have yet to be determined and are still polling better. Look, folks, I don't know what kind of barometers you test things on when you don't even have to have a body in place for them to be going, uh-oh. And losing, you're in bad shape. That's not just bad shape in West Virginia or bad shape in South Dakota or Montana. That's bad shape across the country. The survey found that Tester would score 42% of his state's votes, with 55% saying they would vote Republican. Manchin is at 43%, 52% saying they'll vote Republican. Manchin is the one who came up to Trump and was shaking his hand after the State of the Union speech and has been pro-Trump on practically everything he's voted on because he doesn't want to lose. He's out. McCaskill down 44% to Josh Hawley 52%. Now, here's what's interesting about picking the right candidates to fill those spots. As long as these guys don't have any type of crazy things in their past, they're gonna shoehorn them in. McCaskill is gone. I will tell you that right now. Manchin is gone. Tester is gone. The only question is, how many of them? Will we get all 6? Of the 26, of the 30 seats that are up for grabs, I mean, Democrats, how many of the 26 seats do you think we're going to win? Right now, they're saying as many as 6. It could go as high as 8. I'm just saying, folks, and you can look at the House. Oh, well, we just lost Pennsylvania. We lost this or that. Don't fret about the House. When all this stuff shakes out and the money starts coming in for the right candidates in these offices and the Republicans who are sitting on a war chest, and when Donald Trump starts going to some of the key races and supporting those and the Republicans target the race, there are people right now in this mode. I know, here's what the Republicans can do that will do that you don't see behind the scenes. Now, you may not like every candidate. Let's just forget that part of it. But when they back somebody and they say, we're going to go after that seat, and they throw their money and their efforts behind it, the machine that comes into place with the Republican, the GOP, and the RNC is a huge help. It's a financial boost. They get media coverage. They get professionalism. I'll give it to by the way, that's both parties. Either party says, I'm going to run with you, you're in good shape. So that's already being looked at. And my hope is that the Republicans are obviously, even if they don't have the most organized game, which I know they will, we're going to maintain the House. I want to see the House grow. I want to see the critical places where we need to go, and I want to start helping out on those campaigns. I want to be involved, and I hope you do too. Maybe this is something we can all work on together. Tea Party community, we're going to support the best candidate in the race no matter what. We're going to support the best candidate. I'm just saying that publicly. So what I'm hoping is that when they map all these things out, these one-offs that the Democrats have been winning where they've been spending $50 million or so, they're going to go away. And here's why. Let me tell you what's going to happen. Donald Trump's economy continues to improve. Foreign policy continues to improve. The tsunami, you'll start to see the wave get sucked back from the ocean as these policies start to take place. So you know the tsunami's coming. And off the shore in November, you're going to be able to see that big tsunami wave coming in. But people are still going to be enjoying the beach. That's the good thing. So not necessarily if you get caught in a tsunami, but the point is the economy is still beach worthy. You can go hang out and play at the beach. When the tsunami comes in this case a good one, it's going to lift everything up. And you're going to be able to see that by the time November rolls around, there will be no doubt that these policies are working. So whether it's another GDP of over 3%, whether it's unemployment going any lower, whether it's average salaries rising, whether it's manufacturing finally kicking back in, products being sold overseas, a drop in terrorism, you name it, it's all going to be taking place. Most of it's going to be good news. And here's the best part. Here's the best part. The media will be even more damaged. The Democrats will be even more damaged. And here's what you're going to see. You're going to see Democrats pretending to run as Republicans. Meaning they're going to look at the policies of Donald Trump and say, I accept what Donald Trump is doing. It's a good thing, and blah, blah, blah. You're going to see them bad-mouthing leadership the same way the guy who ran against Saccone bad-mouthed Pelosi. Now, here's the bad news for that. Don't believe him. You got to get out there and you got to tell Democrats, oh, you're going to vote for the scoundrel, party of scoundrels. That's who you're going to be. You're going to have to be more vocal than at any time in your political career over the next 2 election cycles. You're going to have to get in the face of people and say, I thought Barack Obama was supposed to be the best thing since sliced bread. What happened to baby black Jesus? What's going on with you? You're going to have to get vocal. You're going to have to be in your face of people, and you're going to have to make them remember the 8 years of pure HE double crooked socks we went through, and also the year, it'll be 2 years at that time, the 2 years that they wanted us to feel stupid because we supported Donald Trump. You do that and it's all good. Trust me, the rest is going to take care of itself, because this team, Kevin Jackson and the Black Sphere team, are going to bring 3 to 6% more of the black vote if you guys will help us fund it. And we're going to make sure black people in enough mass vote for the Republicans to where we will never worry about these, well, certainly these next 2 elections. That's what you can count on.
Kevin Jackson
on the Black Sphere Radio Network.
Do you owe back taxes to the IRS or state? The secret to avoiding the IRS nightmare is to seek professional representation. My friends at Security Tax Associates provide the most cost-effective and ethical representation in the industry while helping to avoid seizures, levies, and wage garnishments. Security Tax Associates is here to ensure that the appropriate steps are taken to permanently eliminate any possibility of future tax burdens once and for all. For a free, no-obligation consultation, contact Security Tax Associates, 844-779-4177. That's 844-779-4177. 844-779-4177. Or visit them at securitytaxassociates.com.